Okay, this is now super exciting. We have got an ad running and we are checking every 5 seconds to see if somebody's bought something from us, right? Now, so what do we do now? We've got these two ads running and we want to know how long to run them for and, how do we decide whether they're performing right or, should we stop them? Should we carry on? Should we increase our budget? What should we do? So this is a very important lecture because I've entitled this Scale or Kill. So we're going to scale up the ad or are we going to kill it? Now, the first key thing I want you to do is to run your ad for 3 days, or your ads, depends on whether you've done the split testing or not. Run them for 3 days. Now, why 3 days? Well, it actually takes the Facebook algorithm a little bit of time, 24 hours, 48 hours, I don't know exactly, but it takes a little bit of time for it to actually start serving your ads up to the right people at a good cost. It's just kind of how it works. It's how their algorithm works. So, I feel they do a kind of scatter approach at the beginning, obviously based on the targeting that you've done. And then they do kind of more clever targeting within their algorithm to actually try to identify perhaps better groups that are more likely to buy your stuff. But that process for them takes a little while. It's an iteration. Don't worry about it too much, but just accept the fact that you need to let your ads run for 3 days. Now, your objective during this period is to make a profit, surprise, surprise, or at least break even. Right? Now that might seem a bit weird. At least break even. Sorry, that should say least, not least. But anyway, you get the idea. So the reason why I can allow my ads to actually break even is because I will have acquired a customer. And in a later slide, I'm going to talk about list building, the importance of a list, the importance of a customer. But basically, just imagine you've got that customer. Okay, you haven't made any money out of them this time around, but you will have the details of that customer. You will have the email address. You will have the opportunity to direct email them in the future to make sales. And trust me, that is very, very valuable. You will make a profit down the road, but maybe not straight away. So for the moment, just accept that basically you're doing this to make a profit or at least to break even. Now, the reality is that not all of your ads are going to generate sales. Okay, so don't expect for one moment, you might get lucky, your very first one starts to generate sales and you've got, an embarrassment of riches. But basically, it's unlikely. The odds are stacked against you. That's just how it is. That's advertising, whatever you do. All right, and maybe only 1 in 10 of them will actually make a sale of some sort. Okay, so what we want to do is, if after 3 days an ad is not performing, i.e. we've not made a profit or we've not broken even, we want to kill it. Okay, we just want to stop that ad. And I would suggest being brutal about it. Okay, that's certainly what I do. Some people will go down the path of saying, well, it didn't quite work. Maybe we should change, our targeted audience a bit. Or maybe we should change another thing on the ad, the photo, whatever. Personally, in my experience, you can go a little bit mad with that. What I tend to do is just say, okay, stop. I'm not doing this one anymore. I'm killing it. I will go and find another product. I might show it to the same audience that I had before, but I will basically start over and I will kill it. And by the way, I'll generally leave that product on my site, because what you'll find is that as you do this, products will start building up on your site. And although you might not sell it this time around as a direct with the direct Facebook advertising, later on down the road when you bring somebody else into your site for perhaps another product, they will see that on your site and they may well buy. I've had many situations where people come in to buy a product and they're not buying 3 or 4 of stuff that I was not successful in previous test runs. Now, this is the key point. The winning ad, when you get a winning ad, okay, that can generate the dollars. So when you read, not all ads will generate sales, maybe 1 in 10, probably you started thinking, wow, I'm going to have to spend quite a lot here on advertising to get that one sale, which is, may be true. Maybe you've got to spend tens of dollars, something like that, as part of this testing process. But when you get that winning ad, trust me, that's when the fun starts, because that's the one that can generate, hundreds, sometimes thousands. I don't want to get you overexcited about this, but if you get the right ad matched up to the right audience, that's going to pay for all of the rest multiple times over, and that is where you're going to really build your business. So that's when we're going to actually scale the winning ad. We've dropped the non-performing ones, we've got rid of those, and we're left with the winning ad. Yeah, we're going to drop everything else and we're going to scale this up so that we can really generate some money. And then the next lecture, I'm going to give you some tips on exactly how to scale.